Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Friday to you all. Hopefully your weeks are wrapping up nicely, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day. Nonetheless, ignore the bedhead. I can't be bothered to fix it right now, but we have to move and we have to kind of crank through it because we have brand new music to check out and not a lot of time to do so. In 24 hours time, I will be in the air on an airplane headed to China for a research trip for my PhD, and I fly out early tomorrow morning. So I need to get this done. I need to get it done now because I haven't even started packing yet. So we get to jump on board with Mr. Jimin one time. I am aware that there was I don't know if it was considered a pre-release or not, but he had a release prior to this. We didn't get around to because we didn't have enough time to do so. And unfortunately, we won't be getting around to that again today because of time constraints. Same thing with the album that goes along with this. I'll be listening to the album after I get back. But in the meantime, we're going to check out the title track titled Who. Now, this has me very excited indeed because last time around with Mr. Jimin was so much fun. That whole Face EP with Set Me Free Part 2 as a pre-release, which was unbelievable. And then Like Crazy as the lead title. Oh, that was honestly such a terrific project that he dropped. And I'm really excited to see where he has gone with Step 2 into his solo career. So let's check it out one time. Here we go. Righty. Oh, I have no idea what this is going to sound like. I don't know how. I don't know if this is going to be along the lines of any of the stuff from his Face EP or if this is going to be entirely different. Of course, he also had his collab with Taeyang, and that's also stylistically a little bit different. So, Jimin's very much capable of doing a very wide variety of stuff. So, let's see what he's brought to the table today. Here we go. Sir, your car's on fire. Oh, I love this style already. I like the vibe. It's kind of nostalgic in a way. You know what? Usually, the autotune would throw me off. Not really the case here. Whoa, lots of instrumentation stuff going on here. It reminds me of, what was the group? Nico and Vince? Am I wrong? Is that a deep cut for anyone else? Because that's like peak freshman year of high school for me. It's also cool to see kind of, performer mode Jimin back on camera. And I feel like this song is almost kind of the epitome of who I perceive Jimin to be like as a performer. Like for me, he's never really been the person to bring like an overwhelming amount of energy, but will eat up the camera. This song very much feels like that. It's not the punchiest song in the world, but it really captivates you. I like that. This song is high. Like, it's really high. And I know that, like, Jimin's more than capable of singing this high, but still, this song, on average, is very high vocally. I like that, though. I think it makes it feel lighter than it really is. The song entirely kind of feels a lot lighter than, say, Like Crazy, which had a little bit more of a kick to it. That's nice. That's really nice. There we go. Yeah, it's very on brand of him, it feels. Like, admittedly, I am not the most well versed BTS fan. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs to each member's, character and their kind of personality, how they approach music, stuff like that. But for me, Who feels very much like a Jimin coded song. Like, it's got the ability to have a really just nice choreo and nice performance associated with it. It's got a really almost delicate balance between the elegant and smooth, but also the like elegant but intense side as well. But it happens not by adding a whole bunch of bass, not adding a whole bunch of volume, but by having a lot of movement involved in the song. And I think that's really neat. The instrumental choices in it as well, not like your standard dance track where it's, synth 24/7. We get that nice acoustic guitar with a really nice texture to it. Get a little kind of wind instrument in there as well that has a really good bit of movement to it. And overall, it's a very free flowing song, kind of like how Jimin moves on stage. I think that's really well put together. Let's go back to the beginning though, or roughly towards the beginning. I do wonder how this song would have opened had the music team not auto-tuned his voice as much. It's like you have that natural guitar. You almost want to hear a natural, or at least for me, I almost want to hear the natural vocal to go along with it to just see how well it complements each other. I'm not upset by it by any means. And that's, I think, already an indicator of just how well this song is being received by me, because I am not the biggest fan of autotune, especially knowing how well the original vocal is. I feel like there really isn't a need to have it. I don't mind it as much as I usually do here, though. But that guitar, top tier. Wanna give her the world and so much more. Who is my heart waiting for? If every day I think about her, yeah, every day of my life. It's this part here with the really gentle synthesizer that comes in the background very much makes it feel like Am I Wrong by Nico and Vince. Just like, Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm thinking that we could be something for real. That song. It just stylistically feels so similar, and that callback is really cool to me because I remember obsessing over that song 12 years ago. Oh my, high school. I started high school 12 years ago. Oh my goodness. Okay, age crisis aside, I love when songs have little callbacks from my kind of musical memory growing up. That's why I love 80s inspired songs so much because I grew up on 80s music. Songs that I could, relate back to the early days of high school when I had this, new level of freedom, new group of people to hang out with, new environment to study and things like that. The good parts of high school, the few that I do have. Musically, the way that I can kind of teleport back to that is very refreshing. I like that. Keep it moving. Again, I'm going to talk about the fact that this song vocally is very high. But if you look at the artist who's performing it, it really shouldn't be that big of an issue, right? Jimin, I think historically has always had a naturally more treble loaded voice, and he's got that very distinct vocal color that is, extremely easy to identify. But what this song does for me vocally is it accentuates all the charms of Jimin's voice and packages it in one song. Like, it showcases the range that he's capable of doing, and it showcases that unique vocal color of his in all the right parts of that musical scale that he can sing in. And again, it just adds on to the fact that this song for me feels very on brand of him. Keep it going. The fact that I didn't think I clocked it the first time around, but this song really just moves and it goes at its own pace. But the transitions between, say your verses and your choruses and into the second verse and stuff just feels so seamless. You don't really get a major break in between the phrases, but the transitions just feel so natural and so smooth. And it makes the song really just go from A to B directly without slowing down at all. It makes the song feel so quick. Like, this song is what? It probably ends about 3:10ish. Where's the song end? This is just past 3 minutes. The song starts pretty early on, right? Car's on fire. Song should start now. Yeah. So we're looking at like a 2-minute 45-ish song. In this capable economy is, I'd say, pretty bang on the money in terms of average length songs. But it goes by so fast because it never really takes a break. It's all one continuous movement. And with the performance to go along with it, it just kind of, you listen to it, boom, it's over. You watch it, boom, it's over. And you kind of won't go back for more, and you keep coming back for more. That's how they get you. Very impressed. Very, very impressed with that. I am very curious to see what the album is like. Also, that one track that I missed, because I haven't listened to it. I've seen a whole bunch of the Reactor homies watch it when it dropped, but I am very curious to hear what is the album called? The Muse album was, because that Face EP last year was really good, and at least with the 2 promoted tracks that he did with Set Me Free Part 2 and Like Crazy from last year, I really like both of them. I really like Who. If I go back to the pre-release, and I really like the pre-release too, like, he could be onto a winner here, and I'm very impressed with it. I hate that I have to wait almost a week and a half, actually more than a week and a half, to check out the rest of the album, but real life has to come first at the end of the day. But keep your eyes peeled for that whenever we get around to that. It'll be quite a ways down the road, but I will get around to it nonetheless, and I'm very excited to do it. But in the meantime, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends or family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.